it's Princess Anira of Elydra, and welcome back to another video of the Empire of Elydra. So this channel is run by Princess Anira and Princess Solstice of Elydra. We're almost queens. Our coronation is going to be right when Elydra becomes a physical land. So, if you're new here, basically this YouTube channel is supposed to show our journey to making Elydra a big thing in its own thing. And we're also going to give you some tips and tricks if you want to create your own micronation. And speaking of that, this video is going to be exactly that. So today's video is I'm just going to explain very necessary, like a list of very necessary things for your micronation. So yeah, let's just get started. So the first thing I have on my list is language. Now, language can be a lot of different things. You can have sign language, you can have language that doesn't use words but sounds. They're basically sounds, but like, I don't know, like kind of breathing techniques. I know there's a language like that where they speak in that. You can do sign language, you can do verbal language, or you don't have to speak at all, but you can, have a language where you basically just write on things and respond to each other. Or you can have your home language, which mine is English, and Elydra, their main language is Elydrian, which we're still working on. So there's that. So the second thing that is necessary, okay, this one's very necessary if you're gonna create a legitimate country. Currency. Now you need currency, definitely. Currency is a big thing. All countries have their own currency. My country, Elydra, I'm actually going to show you some of their currency in a sec. We use wooden coins. They break a lot, so we're thinking about maybe hiring people or something like that to make currency for us, but I don't know how we're going to do that. We also need to raise a bunch of money, so we have to do that. So this is what Elydrian currency looks like. It's just a gold coin, and our currency name is Eld. And, so this is 100 Eld. So kind of like $100. So, the next thing on my list, this one isn't really necessary. You can have this if you want to be really fancy with your micronation, or you could, use a rock. Land. You need land. So, speaking of land, I am going to, in the description, put a link to my GoFundMe, because we're doing a little money raiser thing on a GoFundMe for us to buy a $500,000 island. I think we're gonna buy the West Virginia one, the one in West Virginia. But yeah, we're thinking about doing that. I'll put the link down below if you want to donate a couple dollars or something. And also, we are trying, after that and we buy the land, we're going to try to raise money to build a castle. So we're going to hire construction workers to build a castle for us. And you need a lot of money for that, because it depends on how big it is and how much resources you're going to need, and stuff like that for the money. So yeah, land, like I said, isn't a super necessary thing, but it is pretty necessary if you want to actually have a country more than a micronation. Then you can do that. And a little tip, I don't know this for sure, I don't really know anything about this so far, but if you want to buy a piece of land in whatever country you live, I live in the US, so let's say that you live in the US like me, and you want to buy a piece of land. I don't know this for sure, but since you're still in the US technically, you're inside the country, you're still gonna have to go with, I don't know, but if you're the only one and you're your citizens or whatever, your couple citizens are the only ones that know about your micronation, and you have a physical land, a piece of land that you're living on, that you build a castle on, and you live there, you want a country, like let's say you want a law to that you're able to execute people. Well, you might not be able to do that because or something like that, because since you're still in America, you might have to still go under the American laws. But I don't know this for sure. If you buy a deserted island or something like that no one lives on, that isn't really attached, like physically attached to a country, then you might be able to do that. Even if it's not part of a country, it's just a little island out there, you can do that. There's a bunch of unclaimed islands, not really in the U.S. They are still claimed, but they're for sale. So like I said earlier with the land thing. So yeah, just a little tip that might happen with the laws. So yeah, another necessary thing is basically your just whole culture. What food do you like? What clothes do you wear? What is the religion of your country? I know there's another thing. Yeah, that's all I have so far in my mind. But so for example, in Elytra, we usually wear like kind of medieval style clothing. We don't have any costumes yet for it, but yeah, we don't have any clothing yet. But when we buy Elytra, we'll get money and maybe, I don't know, someone that makes custom clothing, something like that, custom dresses. We might hire someone like that. We might have to make our own. We might get my grandma to help us. We're gonna do anything we can to get the clothing because that's very important to us. Traditions. That's the other thing of the culture. So yeah, clothing, and then food. For example, in Elytra, we like spicy food, we like savory food, we like sweet food. The 3 S's. We don't like them all together, mixed up together. Like I said in my last video, we don't like that, but we like them all separated. Like when I say we both, there's only really 2 people like that actually are running Elytra right now. So it's me and my friend, Princess Solstice. I'm not gonna say our real names for our safety, but yeah, we are Princess Solstice and Princess Anira. I'm Princess Anira, she's Princess Solstice. And we actually have a Discord server, and we have some Elytrians in there, so yeah. Okay, and then we have traditions. Traditions, for example, in Elytra, we have a tradition for the Queen's coronation. We do a little dance type thing. It's traditional Elytrian dance where they dress up and it's a hula hoop dance, so they have hula hooping. And it's at the Queen's coronation, and then kind of like the after party of the Queen's coronation, we get the group of trained dancers, and maybe one of them is one of the queens. And they dance to an Elytrian song, to classical Elytrian music, not Elytrian pop, E-pop. We're actually making that right now, but like separate than that, like traditional Elytrian music. And a little rule about this YouTube channel: if you in the comment section, by the way, it's called the Dance of the Nightshade. If you try to steal the Dance of the Nightshade from us, that's bad. We might have to do something, like we might call you out. And this is because the reason why the Dance of the Nightshade is so important is because the song is about the queen, the princess becoming queen of Elytra. And in Elytra, we very much love the queen of Elytra. You know, we look up to her and everything, and we want to follow her footsteps and stuff like that. That's like kind of the thing in Elytra. And so the reason that it's very sacred to Elytra is because of that, because it's about the princess becoming the queen of Elytra, which is very important to Elytrians. So if you can like wrap that around in your mind and kind of put those together, if you understand, then then there you go. And also, fun fact about the Dance of the Nightshade: basically, we've established that in ancient Elytra, Nightshade was another term for the queen. So, yeah, that's why it's called the Dance of the Nightshade. So, basically, you could just translate it to the Dance of the Elydrian Queen, since it is technically about that. More traditions you can have. You could have your own Olympics. We actually have that. We have 3 sports so far. One is called Bell Ball, which is when you know what? I'm actually gonna I have a document. Bell Ball is, so, you know those little cat toys where, you know what, I'm just gonna pull it up. Here, I have it. I have the definition of Bell Ball here. So I have my Chromebook open and everything. So Elydrian sports and traditions. Elydrian sports are, I'll just read all 3 of them in order. Cat wrestling. In Elydra, that's protaladome. A sport where there are 2 to 4 cats in a ring who are professionally trained to fight, and they are told commands by their trainer to fight and hopefully win. The second one is yoga ball fighting. Yoga asuitame. A sport where there are 2 people in one yoga ball, and they have to wrestle and fight over it for 5 to 20 minutes. The winner is whoever has the ball in their hands when the timer goes off. If no one was touching it when it went off, then the last person to touch it wins. And lastly, if they both touched it during when the timer goes off, they have to fight 2 more minutes to see who really wins. So it turns out I don't actually have Bell Ball written on here, but if you've ever seen those little cat toys where they're like plastic and they have like a little bell in them, and they're like, since cats are really attracted to that sound, basically it's kind of like soccer with that, but like the rules are different. So that's basically what Bell Ball is. So those are our 3 sports of the Elydrian Olympics so far. And also, lastly, part of Elydrian culture, see, we got food, we got clothing, we have traditions. I know there's something else. Let me pull it up. It is. Okay, so if I can find more. Okay. Markings and beauty preferences are tattoos. Usually citizens wear marking on their faces, representing wind and other natural things. The queens will do that too sometimes. More traditions we have, by the way, are the Queen Worship Day and Barbie Day. Oh yeah, religion. That's the other thing. Religion. Yeah, you can establish your own religion for your micronation. So yeah, that's really all I have to say for this video. If this helped you at all, like this, maybe subscribe. If it didn't help you, you can comment down below in the comment section if you have anything else that you want me to explain to you. I will explain it to you myself. I always check my YouTube channel. I always check if I have, any notifications. So if you want to be like, hey, could you explain more about the clothing preferences, what can I do for the land or something like that, and I will reply to your comment, which will also go out to other people watching this video, so then they can understand more. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Please remember to subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I feel like that's what every YouTuber says. Anyways, bye.